Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's very late and I'm a bit tired, but I wanted to record a video. I've just watched the new Netflix film, which is out today, called Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and it's quite heavily publicised as being the last film that Chadwick Boseman made before he passed away, which um, it adds a sad element to it, but also it's a hell of a performance to go out on. I will say right off the bat, but it makes it sadder because even though he's left some great performances behind, we're not going to get any more from him, which is awful. But not to get too sidetracked, but I feel like a lot of people know him for being Black Panther, but there's quite a few other things he's done that are worth checking out. This included. Um, but the title character of the film is Ma Rainey, played by Viola Davis, and this is something I knew absolutely nothing about going into. She was a blues musician from the 1920s. This is set in 1927, um, and the film is about, well, loosely, it's a very small, contained film because when I was watching it, it's set in one building and occasionally on the street outside. And I remember thinking to myself, I bet this was a play because as I said, I knew nothing about it. And sure enough, at the end, it says based on the play, which didn't surprise me at all by that point because it's very self-contained, very small cast. But rather than sort of doing like a life story, they've just focused on this one particular bit. Like I say, it's about Ma Rainey and about the what's the word I'm looking for? The exploitation of black musicians and black music by white producers and stuff like that, which is something that they don't shy away from in the film. And it's a really interesting one. I really think quite highly of it. I like it. Viola Davis is fantastic anyway, and I she would definitely be in Oscar contention for this, and I can definitely see her winning. I think this will be her second Oscar, and Chadwick Boseman as well. I mean, leaving out the fact that he's passed away, I feel like this will be definitely a contender for him for next year because they're both really good. And I like films like this that are quite small and, like I say, self-contained because it's all about the performances. They're what really drive it home, and it's the interactions between the characters. And it goes from being quite sort of fun in a way, like it's the interaction between the characters is quite jovial in places, but also it's quite serious and quite intense in places. And the musical numbers in it are really good as well, really enjoyable. I always like in a film when they don't just show a little bit of a song; they do the whole song, and it holds your attention. It's really nice. But like I say, Viola Davis, this is a very transformative performance for her. Her whole appearance is different. Like her body's padded to match the body of Ma Rainey, and like she's almost unrecognizable as well. And yes, she's really something. Like she really shows her charisma and that kind of thing, and the kind of woman she clearly was as well. Like based off this, like I say, I've no reference for the real life story, but I'm just going based off what I see in the film. And yeah, and Chadwick Boseman's great as well. Like I've already said, like it's a very spirited, very charismatic performance. I feel like everyone is performing like they're in a play, so all the performances are a bit exaggerated, but not over the top kind of way. Not in a way that seems unnatural, but it's all very theatrical in a way as well. But not to the point where it becomes too much kind of thing. And it is all loosely based around just a recording session for Ma Rainey's. I'm not sure if it's an album or a single. I'm not really sure how music worked back then. I'm assuming it's just for a couple of songs because that's all you see. And the title Ma Rainey's Black Bottom refers to the song Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and you learn in the film because I thought it was an odd title. I've no idea what this means, but the film will explain it. And the Black Bottom was a dance from the 1920s, which is what the song is about. So that's explained during the course of the film. But yeah, like I say, it weaves between different things quite well, and it's only an hour and 34 minutes, which I think is the perfect length because, like I say, it's based on a play and it's all quite self-contained, quite small, so it works really well. Um, but there is, to begin with, I wasn't sure what it was going to be like. I wasn't really sure what to expect. Like I watched like two-thirds of the trailer, and I was like, all right, I'm in. I don't need to see any more. Like this looks good. Um, and there is one scene about half an hour in with which is really intense, like with Chadwick Boseman, where he details again. I won't go into any context really, but he details something from his childhood, which is obviously quite disturbing, quite and really shapes his character for the rest of the film. Because he's quite an ambitious young man, but there's a darker element to him. But he really like captures your attention. Like so, if you're kind of like I was at the start, I wasn't fully invested yet, but this one bit and really big dramatic scene, like the kind you would associate with an awards-winning performance. Not that I get too bogged down in that, but I mean if that does happen, this is what they'll look back on without a doubt. But that from then on, that was when it really hooked me and invested me in the film. Like, and there's a few bits where things get a bit out of hand, but it doesn't go to that point where it seems kind of unwarranted in a way. Like it matches with the rest of the film, and the tone kind of shifts as the film goes on. But yeah, I really like it. I think maybe it won't be for everyone. I don't know, but I say if you like things that are again based on plays or a bit more sort of theatrical and that kind of thing. But I think even if that's not your sort of thing, I think it's worth watching just to again see the last performance of Chadwick Boseman and appreciate how good he was and how much of a real tragedy it is that we don't have him anymore. You know, like he did a lot of his best work in the last few years of his life. But I mean, that aside, this is a really good film in its own right. But yeah, I liked it a lot. I say it's on Netflix. It's 94 minutes. If you don't like it, you've not lost anything, have you? So but yeah, I like it. I think we're going to see this a lot when awards season comes around. I think that's going to be one of the big contenders without a doubt. But yeah, anyway, let me know your thoughts. Leave a like and subscribe, please. I'm very near to 100 subscribers. That'd be great if I could get to that. But yeah, thank you very much.